What's going on, guys? Maverick P here. Just thought I'd do a quick little video on what to do with a psychology degree. So my last video, I kind of gave a little bit of my experience pursuing a psychology degree. And so now I thought I'd make a little video on, kind of what I've encountered in my 3 years after graduation. And and kind of what I've tried, what having a psychology degree kind of allowed me to explore, and I'll try to be pretty quick with this. So my first job outside of college was as a salesman for an IT company, and so with a psychology degree, I was able to work in an IT, so a technology industry, and pursue sales, and I mean, really, yes. So in my last video, I mentioned how reading and writing were the big things, that you kind of learn and really pursuing any degree in college, and but with psychology, you're doing a lot of reading and writing, and in sales, that's a huge part of it. Reading, writing, working with other people. So the group work that I did in my psychology classes translated well there too, and and I tried it out, and I just didn't like it, just because I don't know, for a lot of different reasons, the company, the culture, a lot of things like that. But I mean, I definitely could have gone on and been pretty successful there, and so that's a big thing with. So that's the first option, that I want to mention is sales. You can find, I mean, if you have a college degree, it's pretty easy to find a sales job. The problem is that really what you want to do? You do kind of have to have like a pushy attitude and kind of a. I mean, that's pretty much it. And I just wasn't a fan of that, bothering people that way, and, cold calling and all that. And cold calling is something that, it's one of those useful skills. It's a good thing to kind of have like a year of cold calling experience. That's always, I mean, that's always a good point. So option one is sales. Option two, of course, you could go to grad school. You could pursue a master's or a doctorate and whatever. The problem with that is you're going to be taking out a whole bunch more money. I mean, that's going to cost, depending on the college, depending on where you are, that can cost a shit ton. And my philosophy is, I mean, and most of the psychology grad course, they're essentially to be therapists or like a research type of professional, and so even once you get that graduate degree, you're still not making that much. Like, you'll probably be making between 40 to 60,000 maybe, and I mean, if you're pursuing an industrial organizational psychology grad program, that does, in my in my eyes, that seems pretty cool. And there's a lot you could do with that, and that would kind of lead you into more of like a human resources type of role. And so they can make pretty good money. They can make 70,000 to 90,000. I mean, and a little bit more than that too. So so that's so you want to weigh the grad school programs, and you want to say, is it worth it? Do I know the professors that are running it? Do I have good relationships with them? Are my grades good enough to get it? There's a million things that you kind of have to, think about for the grad school program. And, and again, if that's your plan, you want to be developing as many positive relationships with those professors in your undergraduate classes. and that's done through, asking, participating in class, going to their office, whenever they're available, just picking their brains a little bit. Um, so that's option two, grad school. Option three, yeah, I mean, you can. So again, so I'll base on my experience. What the next thing I did after the IT job was I became a personal trainer. And the psychology background really complemented the personal trainer aspect. And again, like I didn't have to go to grad school. All I had to do was pay $600 to get certified as a personal trainer, and do a few online courses. It was pretty easy, and I learned quite a bit. And so I was a personal trainer for a little bit, and and that was definitely fun. But yeah, for me, I'm one of those guys that's always trying something new. And so I wanted to try something else after that, and yeah, and I was thinking about. I was actually talking to a. So again, option one, you got sales. Option two, grad school. Option three, personal training, or just any weird nichey thing that you come across, essentially. Um, because again, reading, writing, working with other people, I mean, that prepares you for so many different things. And option four is option four. Yeah, option four. That So I was talking to a financial advising company for a few months. I ended up not taking the job, but they offered it to me. The problem with financial advising, it's essentially the same as sales. That it's pretty much sales. Like you don't really need to know that much about finance to be a financial advisor. And I mean, obviously you need to know a little bit, and you learn as you go. But a lot of it is, cold calling, like 100% commission, so you're not even making a salary a lot of the times. And so financial advice, yeah, I mean, it's still kind of interesting to me. It's kind of like personal training in a way. You develop these clients and these relationships, and you have this one-on-one interaction with them, and and you're trying to do a service. You're trying to help them, in whatever way that they're looking for, financially, physically, whatever. And again, the therapeutic aspect of psychology kind of prepares you for that pretty well. Yeah, and so that's option four, is like an advisor type of role. Option five, I think we're on option five. I mean, I'm losing track all the time. But option five, you could always do like a human resources or a recruiting type of job, and that's actually right before COVID started. I was starting up a physician recruiting job, and I was there for about 2 days, and then the whole business shut down because of COVID, and I haven't heard from them since. And now I don't really care too much about going back, but yeah, I mean, it was a cool opportunity, and from what I learned in those few days was, I mean, the whole physician recruiting industry is just interesting. You're trying to match doctors with hospitals, and there's all these different ways of doing that, and so it is interesting. So again, a psychology degree, because of the reading, writing, group work, the content you're covering, a lot of the content's extremely valuable for all of that stuff. In terms of group dynamics, in terms of just understanding yourself and your own mind, and and kind of other people's patterns and shit like that. So again, so that's pretty much all I have to kind of say today. Is just kind of giving a little rundown of kind of my experience with the psychology degree, and maybe it can kind of give some people some ideas of the infinite possibilities that they can do, with whatever degree they have. It doesn't have to be psychology, but Yeah, so if you guys have any comments or questions, you want to continue the convo a little bit, just comment below. Obviously, please subscribe. And that's it. See you guys.